News 4 is following breaking news this afternoon. Police and prosecutors believe they have solved one of the St. Louis area's most gruesome cold cases. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm KELLETT. Just within the past 30 minutes, charges have been issued in the 1993 murder of Angie Housman. This is the man charged. His name, Earl Cox. Prosecutors charged him with one count of first-degree murder in the Housman case. What you see here is a very old picture of him. Right now, though, it's the only one that's available. He is also facing one count of first-degree kidnapping and one count of sodomy. Our Chris Negus is live at the St. Charles County Prosecutor's Office this afternoon with more. Chris?
Claire, good afternoon. The details of this crime, they are disturbing. The probable cause statement, which I'm holding right here, it's enough to send chills down the spine of any parent. Now, anyone who was around back in 1993, this case scared everyone in the community, and for good reason. Let's go back and tell you about this case. On November 18th, 1993, Angie Housman got off her school bus in St. Anne, but never made it home. According to prosecutors, Earl Webster Cox abducted Housman, and after sexually assaulting her, left her in the woods to die. She was found by a hunter in the August Bush wildlife area, and for 25 years, there were no answers. In February, a forensic scientist with the St. Charles County Sheriff's Office analyzed an article of Housman's clothing that was found in the woods, and through DNA, identified the suspect as Earl Cox. In fact, saying there is only a 1 in 58 trillion chance that the DNA could belong to someone unrelated to Cox. Now, Cox has been in and out of prison for prior sex offenses. Today, St. Charles County Prosecutor Tim Lomar talked about the gruesome nature of this crime.
That Angie was alive as she was bound and left in the woods, and that she struggled extensively to free herself before she ultimately perished.
And we learned that she ultimately died of hypothermia. Now, some of the detectives that were involved in this case back in 1993, they're in this building right now. And not only did this case take a toll on the law enforcement community, it took a toll on the St. Louis community.
This case is unique in many ways because it captured the attention of so many of us who grew up here, including myself, so many of us who were involved in the law enforcement community at the time.
Now, another question that was asked of Tim Lomar, what happened between November 18th and November 27th, 1993? That's when Housman was found. They do not know where she was at, where she was being kept. So Tim Lomar is asking anyone in the community that just saw Earl Cox's picture, if you remember anything from back then, if you saw him with Housman or have any recollection of this, they are asking for you to call the St. Charles County Sheriff's Office. Claire?
All right, Chris, before you go, we do have one more question for you on this. Could there be more charges in this case?
Well, there could absolutely be more charges in this case. At this point, they say they are not ruling out anything. This is very much an active investigation.
All right, Chris, thank you for your coverage on this. Now, for those of you who don't know the case well or perhaps don't remember it, we want to walk you through the timeline of events on this. Back on November 18th of 1993, fourth grader Angie Housman disappeared from her bus stop about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, that touched off a massive manhunt. 9 days later, November 27th, her body was found by a hunter in the Bush wildlife area. All right, now jump forward to February of this year. So February 2019, on the 27th, new DNA evidence was discovered and matched to suspect Earl Cox. Today, June 5th, prosecutors, as you just heard, officially charged him with the murder of Angie Housman. News 4 Investigates reporter Lauren Traeger is digging into the background of the man charged in this case. We will have that for you tonight on News 4 at 5 o'clock as we continue our team coverage. You can also get the latest developments on the Angie Housman case from the KMOV News app. You can download it for free and receive breaking news alerts as they happen.